Hello and good evening, everyone. I'm Josh.
And I'm Wils. Welcome to the Nightly, where your late night thoughts go to rest. Oh my God. New tagline just dropped.
I like the new tagline.
Me too. I think it's lovely. I think it's even more apt because, of course, don't you worry. I know there's people out there that are freaking out. They're screaming, they're crying because they think, oh my God, we're not even going to talk about pop culture anymore. That's not true. We're still going to talk about pop culture, but I feel like generally we talk about a lot of other things as well. So
yeah, we talk about pop culture. We'll talk about what animals probably have the softest hair. We'll talk about anything.
We'll talk about anything that you want.
Yeah.
But Josh, it's been a while since I've seen you, since I've had the pleasure of seeing you. I wonder what you've been up to. What did you do this weekend?
Oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. First of all, it's been too long, I would say, and this is my first weekend home in a little while where I wasn't traveling or rushing around, and I went to a friend's baby shower, which I always am excited to do.
How was that?
So good. I'm I love when my friends have babies. It's so nice.
I haven't been to a baby shower yet, but maybe someday soon. Or not.
Or not. Who can say?
I don't know how far off that is
for your friend group.
I said maybe soon, and I'm like, no one's even touching that. But maybe a family member or something. I'll be able to. I'll have the immense privilege. I would love to go. Coworker. It's like you guys or my friend Hannah.
I've been meeting babies left and right, and I love it. I love to. Yeah. Ugh. It's also kind of because people are so frazzled when they have a new infant. I feel like you can do so little and be helpful to them.
Yeah.
Where they'll be like, can you just hold this child for 5 minutes so I can wash my hands for the first time in a week?
And you're like, incredible.
Sure, buddy.
I got you. And I get to hold a child for 5 minutes. It's like a win-win.
Yeah. What about you? What did you get up to?
Let me think. My brother was in town, and then we went to go see my family in Boston for a couple of days. Right on. Yeah, just a quick trip to Boston.
And you're a Boston hater.
You know what? Yeah, but I was trying to be positive this time.
How did it go?
It went better than normal. I think it was sunny, which was helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the positives. I was appreciating it while I was on a run, to be honest, and that was the height of my appreciation of the city.
I find the city to be aesthetically really pleasant, especially spring and fall. Yes. I love being home in New England, and I love zipping around Boston in a car. And I might have said this to you before, but late at night when there's no traffic, which is crucial to this experience, going down Starrow or Memorial Drive and then looking across the river, either Boston to Cambridge or Cambridge to Boston, is such a pleasant and nostalgic feeling for me, and I love it so much.
No, it is completely beautiful there for sure. It really is. Especially when you're on the Charles. I didn't have the pleasure or the privilege of walking on the Charles this time, or being there. We used to live closer. When I was in high school, we lived downtown, and so then I would go walk. But now I went around Jamaica Pond, which is another beautiful, stunning body of water.
Oh, I really love Jamaica Pond. Yeah.
I think it'll be even prettier there in a couple weeks because things are a little bit behind because it's colder there than it is in New York.
Yeah.
So it was still a bit barren, I would say, but the sun did come out, which was very lovely, and I enjoyed.
It is my obligation to that kind of weekend where leaves aren't on the trees yet, but it's 55 degrees. I think I inherited this from my dad, but I will be the guy that's shorts and a hoodie.
Of course, I mean, you have
like an NFL defensive coordinator.
That's your right, I think, as that is a white guy from Boston's
It absolutely is a white guy from Boston thing. That is our culture.
Yeah, that's your culture. You're stepping in. You're feeling generationally empowered. You're I stand in the sneakers of all of the men who have come before me.
The New Balances.
The On sneakers, the Asics. I stand. We are the sons of the witches you could not burn.
Some of their kids statistically must have been sons.
No, literally. And no one even came for them.
Well, that's so funny.
You know what a classic sign of being a witch is?
It's as if witches only have daughters. Okay, that's witch son
Let's burn
erasure.
the sons as well. And it's like, mind you, the suns are out. It's 50 degrees. They have shorts on. That's not human-like. That is suspicious.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up in Salem, they leave those guys alone.
Literally. Come on.
They're not tying them to rocks, putting them in a river.
No. Something to think about. Yeah, so I had my New England weekend. I didn't wear shorts, but it was like honestly like unseasonably warm. So there was a night where we went for a little walk and I didn't even have to put on a jacket, which was very, very nice.
I love this time of year where it's still a little cool at night, but not too cool. Because I've said this a million times on the show before, but like the Northeast humidity at night is like this is a confession, not to go fully Usher, but
part two.
My wife and this is my confession, part two. This is part three. I'm kind of building on Usher's oeuvre. My wife and I had the air conditioner on the other night because it was so warm.
No, I mean, I get it. I literally am like, I think I have to put mine in soon, which is scaring me. Mm-hmm. And I also think I am in a position of I have to buy 2 more actually for my new place.
That's so many air conditioners.
I know. Well, I have one, so that'll either go in the living room or the bedroom, and I need another one for the other room. And then like if I'm being real with myself, it's like I need one in the kitchen. If I'm gonna cook, that's like when things get really scary is when you're cooking and it's so hot and you don't have an AC unit, which I in my time living in New York have never had a unit in the kitchen. So I think that'll be like an amazing step up into adulthood because
this could be a game changer.
There were some times last summer where it was really crazy. I was cooking fully like I'm like, it must be nearly 200 degrees in here. It's unimaginable how hot it is.
Water is boiling and it feels like you're in the Everglades.
It's like stove on, oven on, and it's 100 degrees outside. So I don't know. But I think you're well within your right to run the AC unit. Also, I do the challenge with myself where I try to I see how far I can go into this season without turning the AC unit on. And I found that
I do that with the heat. Sorry, I interrupted.
No, that's another good one to do. I found that it's much easier to not have the AC unit on if I just have a fan. Because sometimes it's like, oh, I just need a light breeze. And that can kind of do the trick.
I'm a fan guy, but my wife has much longer hair than I do, which is not hard. Yeah. But she can't fan because it blows her hair all over the place in the night.
And then she's waking up with a knotted head of hair.
Yeah. Which is when before we lived in the same place, I lived uptown with a couple friends and it was like we could only have, I think, 2 AC units for the whole apartment. There were 4 of us. So one was in the living room and one of my roommates was like, and then the other one's my room.
No.
And so I just had like a little fan. I would point it right at my face and that kind of did the trick in the night.
Kind of.
I'll say kind of, but now that's off the table because it blows her hair all over the place.
Wow. So. 2 AC units, 4 people is
4 people.
Really tricky, isn't it?
And we needed it in the living room too. Otherwise it would be like all 4 of us just sequestered. I would have to just like dunk a towel in the bathtub and put it over my whole body.
Oh, it's really tough.
Bad times.
Bad times.
But also good times.
It's all a mix.
So you've been up and back to Boston. That's your material circumstances. What's been in your feed lately? Like, what's been fascinating you?
Okay, let me let you in on a little secret. Also,
please,
before I even get into this, I wanted to say that we're trying out something new in the Pillow Fort, which is that Josh and I are going to be hanging out in here for a few nights a week together, and that's just something amazing to look forward to. It's going to be me and Josh and me and Josh and me and Josh, which I'm personally really excited for, and I think all of you guys should be excited for as well.
That's right. We're going to be gossiping. We're going to be conspiring. We're going to be philosophizing.
We're going to be philosophizing. We're going to be theorizing.
We're definitely going to be theorizing.
We're going to be mathematizing.
We might be stigmatizing.
We don't know yet, but I'm not
gonna rule it out.
I'm not gonna rule it out. I'm gonna say it certainly could happen.
Any of the Isings, hypnotizing,
yes.
mesmerizing.
We're certainly gonna be mesmerizing.
That's right.
And we're gonna be hypnotizing you guys to sleep, of course. So that's just exciting news. But back to the question that was asked, which is what I've been consuming and what I've been looking at. Okay, well, one of the things I've been looking at is Coachella content, and we actually had a listener email about it. They said, "Hi Nightly team, what were your thoughts on Coachella weekend 1? I loved Karol G's performance and was happy to see Justin Bieber back on stage. Warmly, Mel." So thank you, Mel, for writing in. Thank you for asking. For the listener also, this is before weekend 2 as we're at time of recording, so all I have to draw from is weekend 1. I have some noticings from it. I've been watching clips, unfortunately, because I didn't watch. I think there was a live stream.
I think they streamed all the stages this year, which is cool.
Which is awesome. And I tried to find that. I wanted to watch Sabrina and I want to watch Justin's performance. And it's like, I'm sure that is on the internet and that it could be found, but that ultimately I was not in a place of wanting to continue to look. Yeah.
Understood.
So I watched a lot of clips on TikTok. I mean, I think basically Justin Bieber did like, I don't know how much of this you saw, Josh, but
I saw him lying down.
Okay, totally. You're like, I saw him asleep on stage.
Yeah. And he was like playing YouTube clips.
Yes, exactly. He did almost like karaoke. So I don't know. Once again, I didn't see the whole thing, and this is kind of just what I've gleaned. But he performed. I think maybe he had some songs that he like was like, this is my set. I don't know if this is what he did the whole time, and then he also did, or maybe this is what he did the whole time. It's like, what? Imagine if I knew the answer. But he basically had his laptop and then like let the audience kind of decide what he performed, and then he sang along to songs of his own. So yeah, he basically did like a kind of like pseudo karaoke performance, which I think is very sweet. Of course, there was like discourse about it online or whatever. I guess people saying that they were like upset or felt like he didn't give it his all or whatever. But I really think like hashtag leave Britney alone, hashtag leave Justin alone. It's like he has been put through hell. He has walked through hell multiple times. To like the fact that he's performing, I think we can all be happy about. And I honestly thought it was cool, and I thought it looked cool. I was like, this is fun. He's running around, he's having fun, whatever. Or he's not running around, but he's like on his big stage
flopping around.
He's flopping around, and he doesn't do things like this. So I just think we should let him do whatever he wants. His voice sounded amazing. I saw some clips where it was like him kind of dropping back into his old like Justin voice, where it would be him singing like kind of like gravelly and not like whatever, and then he would go kind of into like old Justin, where it's more like, I don't know any terms. I'm assuming, I don't know. I'm like, his throat voice, what does that mean? I don't know. His head voice, his chest voice, his foot voice. I don't know what any of those mean, but where it would sound like the old Justin, and that was really sweet. So I watched some of that. I'm interested to know what your relationship to Justin Bieber is, Josh. I was not like, unlike a lot of my friends, I didn't grow up being like having Bieber fever, but I did still feel emotionally moved by the performance, because I was like, he's grown up as I've grown up, and I've seen all of the horrible things he had to endure, and it was sweet and it warmed my heart.
We shouldn't let children be famous, or we shouldn't make children be famous. They don't do it on their own.
Not only should we not let them, we shouldn't make them do it.
Yeah. I don't have like a lot of specific Bieber attachments, but I do like, similar to you, I think I want him to be okay. And I do think he has like a great singing voice.
Yes.
He's made so many hits.
Yeah.
And so I like kind of, it's always fascinating to me when someone has like a catalog that deep, that young. Like he's in his like early 30s at this point. And it's like, he could coast on that forever, but then he put out those 2 new albums last year, right?
Yeah.
And I thought those are pretty fun.
Yeah. I mean, I like a lot of the songs from Swag, and I was really watching it being like, wow, this is like, if we're going to do like a gender breakdown of pop stars, like he is the closest thing we have to Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Now I'm of course leading into my question that we don't have to get into, but I'm like, is Michael Jackson a man? It's fine.
That's not the question I thought you were going to
was
ask.
Going on with him on a lot of different levels. Anyway, but I was like, he's the closest we have to that, because he's been making music for like 20 years, and he's like 30, which is like the scariest thing in the world to think about.
Right.
And he has so many hits. So I really enjoyed that.
Like he hasn't done a big festival thing in a long time, right? He's kind of
Yeah.
been like keeping to himself a little more in terms of like doing big public
Yeah.
events. And so like it is kind of neat to see a weird one-off performance. Like
Yeah.
obviously if he did a tour and was just like pulling stuff on YouTube every night, it might be a
That
little
might be
weird.
a little different.
But him being like, I'm kind of back and like, let's have a weird, fun night.
Yeah.
I am kind of on board with that.
I also feel like it's a thing where it's like, I think the fans were happy. I don't know. I feel like the
Yeah.
people who are saying that aren't people who are like his fans. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think
Right,
the
right,
people who
right.
probably love and appreciate him are basically like, we are game for whatever he has to offer. And it's like, yeah, he's not going to get up there and like, what, dance like One Direction. Like, I
Right.
don't know.
I remember seeing him do some kind of choreography in the past, but it wasn't like it certainly. I think the performance that people are putting it up against, right, is the Beyonce Bieberchella, like
Oh, yeah.
enormous production,
Yeah.
which is like incredible,
Yeah.
obviously. But like, I do think there is space for a different kind of thing as well.
Totally.
And like, I similarly think, I saw like a lot of the internet discourse that was like, a woman could never get away with such a
Totally.
thing. But I think you're right in that if the fans were psyched to see him kind of be a little loose and unscripted,
Yeah.
I bet there is some version of that Beyonce could do.
I mean, of course.
that would be,
I agree.
people would be blown away by.
Yeah. I think probably they would get, obviously, like, as always, a woman would get more pushback on it. But
Of
I do
course.
think, like, someone of Justin Bieber's caliber, if it was, like, if they were a woman, could do something similar and they would still get pushback, but also people would still appreciate it.
Not to take away from the like immense preparation and artistry and effort that goes into like Beyonce's all her tours and the one-off performances, like the Super Bowl adjacent one she did right a couple years ago
Yeah.
or last year in the actual Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I think like because her performances are so impeccable, I think like if she, maybe not Coachella, but if she was like, I'm doing a bunch of big theaters and
Yeah.
stadiums, right, instead of stadiums, and I'm just gonna kind of like be wheeling and dealing up here,
Yeah.
I think people would flip for it.
I agree. I mean, that is like what I saw one person say this, which is like, of course, it's not the same type of pop music, so whatever, but they're like, that's what Adele does. I'm like, that is what Adele does.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I mean, she of course puts like a beautiful gown on, but she just sings her song. She doesn't have, and she has like people in the back, but she's just singing her song. She's not doing, imagine if Adele was doing choreography to her
Yeah.
music.
I mean, I think that there are lots of different ways to put on a good performance. And I think
I
there's
agree.
like a real joy of seeing something that feels a little more casual, not like, oh, I'm barely singing or like I'm making the audience do all the singing, which is like annoying.
Yeah.
But I think there's something kind of intimate about that. And if you can create intimacy at Coachella and with people watching online, I think that's like kind of an achievement.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, I think it also worked for him specifically in that he's someone who he was like discovered on YouTube or whatever. So the laptop part of it is also a bit like
Yeah.
more meaningful than whatever. Like, it's like, he's like, this is where I came from. Let's go through where I
Yeah.
came from. It's sweet.
And like you said, he's not like One Direction or BTS or a
Yeah.
group that is known for like a specific kind of like dialed in synchronous
Yeah,
performance.
exactly.
Like whenever you see him in person, he looks like he's like dressed for learning how to skateboard.
He's not Justin Timberlake is what I'll say.
Yeah. For better and for worse.
For better. Maybe mostly for better, but
Maybe both for better.
most
Yeah,
for
maybe
better,
all for better.
but all love to Justin Timberlake, of course. And you know what? I want to say all love to our listeners and to everyone,
Yeah.
because I'm getting a little sleepy, and I think it's time for me to turn in and dream my dreams about Justin Bieber and whatnot.
I think I'm going to do the same. I'm going to dream of a Coachella lineup of all the artists that I've wanted to see but never seen before, and maybe that's what I'll get to experience until I wake up in the morning refreshed and renewed and psyched for having seen hologram Tupac and hologram Biggie reunite and forgive each other for their feud.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. and a big warm specific goodnight to Mel who wrote in. Just remember, you guys, everyone can write in, so please write in, because we'll talk about it. We'll feature you on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mel. Good night, everyone.
Good night, Josh.
Good night, Wells.